The question: am I really pouring into you to see what I've poured into you, or I've just wasted my investment?
Okay.
So now I'm pouring into Rock Hill Church members.
Oh, okay.
If you see Pastor Tamika, she used to sing years ago with the Whitney Houstons and everything.
Oh.
So in my Pastor Tamika Micah, Uyembe Show. If you see Alisa, Uyembe Show. If you see Elliot, Uyembe Show. Even the saxophonist, Richard Shaw, Uyembe Show. So in terms of,
but that's America. Ghana for also.
Oh, there are a lot of Ghanaians that are getting impacted. Who says SONNIE BADU?
Okay.
They can be a blogger who say no.
Yeah.
Badu Moja
Yeah.
You can see that there's something
there's
how
some
they operate.
blood relation.
So it's not.
Team?
That's my son. It's
He
not
looks
just
like you.
It's not just musical. There's so many dimensions to me. Excellence, how to do things. Oh, I also know.
Sure.
I couldn't go for you, but we're different.
Sure.
So for me, impartation is everything, and that's why I realized that if I don't gather the people in a church setting and pour into them, I'm wasting my time.
I watched you recently, just about 2-3 days ago. You're talking about the kind of prophecies I the major, the minor prophet. What's your major concern about something?
The prophetic is very important. It's part of the fivefold ministry.
Yeah.
We need the prophetic. In fact, a church without a prophet is blind. Do you understand? God only speaks through prophets. In the biblical order. When God is speaking, he uses his prophet to speak. So when you saw a prophet in town, thus says the Lord, you know that God is saying something. Prophets are the mouthpiece and the mind of God. They speak. Now, a major prophet can speak on behalf of God, okay? Without God not instructing them to. These are the ones we call major prophets. I'll give you an example. Elijah said there shall be no rain. God did not tell Elijah to ban them from rain.
But he declared.
He did, and God backed it. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So they are trusted by God to represent them. Why? So what's the story behind Elijah saying there shall be no rain? In that region, it was controlled by the spirit of Baal. Okay, and Baal was in charge of rain. So that region was a very tropical region. In Sionatwa, the crops were very fertile. The ground was fertile, and so Elijah banning the rain, he banned Baal. You understand? So there was dryness. Okay, so they can make a declaration on behalf of God. Okay, now let's come to this modern day mindset of the prophetic. Most people who go out to advertise that they are prophets are not prophets, because you don't advertise that you're a prophet.
I see.
In fact, prophets are introverts, because they are always quiet, hearing the voice of God. So I'm telling you, most prophets shut in more than they come out. Do you know what it takes to hear the voice of God?
A lot of years and time.
Listen, God is a consumer of time. He's a jealous God. He wants you every minute for himself. Inti uyodi for most master genuine prophet unte huomu abonte. Among kasapi. They are more quiet. No kasa nyamine kasa. But here is the place of abuse. People capitalize on the vulnerability of others. Okay? Of the people. Because Charlie, so bit me tell me the AC or China. And here we are powerful, right? That is why prophetic churches are packed. All night to be is packed. Why? Because everybody is looking for solution. Into only prophetic ministry was sorry. Sunday there, but Friday there, unya members. That is what is happening, because people are in need. Obia here solution. Obia what problem your person is solving to most Friday nights, all nights, and now prophetic is packed. Most members, 28% of the members are not their members.
Yeah.
They are from other churches, the prophetic is not enhanced. So do we need the prophets? Yes, to buy into the future, to let us understand what is happening. But you see, here is the problem, and I'm not afraid to talk about it based on my in-depth of knowledge. If we don't manage it well, other nations will mock us.
Okay.
What you say? A nation like Nigeria doesn't boast about prophets. But look at how their pastors are filling arenas.
Yeah.
In fact, if you enter Nigeria and you say, I see this, they will tell you, don't bring this person here again. Why is it that now the prophetic is so powerful, but it's not accepted in certain places? Think about it. Because we have abused it. And I blame the true prophets who watched the false prophet, because a true prophet can know that you are false. Do you understand what I'm saying? Say, I did not me operating by no a genuine. Me who saw the any faker. I have to expose you. I've got to expose you. Say, hey, shut up. Inti enye outside on the new beku. Me a major prophet. Make us say Jadio yeno. Adiena oyeno, that is not prophetic. No, stop it. So within the prophetic ministry, sanity can be brought within the major, the genuine ones. The genuine ones should go after the false ones. Do you know why? Oh, say mejuma. Oh, say mejuma. Jai. Because you and I can attest to the fact, say, there are so many false prophets around. Come on, let's not behave like we don't know. Obi wa ohun she wasi ohun aden ope akwantre be ope dia jiska. We know it. We know it. And one of the biggest way for akwantre is catching such no be ombra be hu. Right? Oba be hu no can say kofa 10, 20,000, $40,000 sebra. Entina ebi wo ha microphone person be ko prophetic because we be boka. Ya de kabi be si uti so. Are you understanding what I'm saying? So the major prophets, right? The real prophets should call the false ones to books. Hey, Jai dia woyeno. Dia woyeno. Give me a word.
Mfaso bia emre.
Enye mfaso.
Okay.
Emfa enyonyam emba ejuma na ye ho.
Yeah.
Look at the chief imam. Okay, let's look at the Islamic setting.
Yeah.
Papa no kon hokra na.
You go with the reverend.
Okay. Chief imam can call one guy who is playing games, right? And tell him, say, hey, Jadiawe, and with immediate effect, you will not try it. And this is the disciplines we need.
But as a Christian, don't be ayo.
Ubetimia sorry anopa. Unye siketia radio. You have your church start right now. Who's got for radio and TV? Social media.
Inti mami frame 424 442. Na kwantreno. Nami o shebrebe sisa. Ewo yai sudi. Ewo jai sedemo. Number nini? 024 444 3009 34. Na mami wo ba udru abrempon junction a twen wo ho trotro ne ba no afa ba ube hunya minipa na masha won come. No, you don't advertise like that. The real prophetic is word of mouth. Na me no bon come on. Or say the business no.
Yeah.
Or advertise you.
Yeah.
Obi catch through be no be a catch.
A lot.
Yeah. Real prophets in Konipe Musa. On Konipe Musa. So a man like Prophet Ousubempa, solid. Prophet Ajman Prempe, solid. Prophet Daniel Amwating, solid. Prophet Amwako, solid. It's just that we say
Yeah.
Sure. Without filter.
Yeah.
And right now we banter with social media where people take whatever you are saying and then turn it around. Okay, but we need some filters.
You've been in Kumasi to have a wonderful experience with a senior prophet, Apostle Kofi Asante. You went to the church. How did you experience
Well,
it?
I'm now getting to know him a
Okay.
bit more, and he's interesting.
Very interesting.
I love his humility.
Yeah.
Okay, he's
Na
a
humbrasi, yeah.
humble man of God. I love it, and how he received me is beautiful.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I'm yet to get to know him a bit more. But I wouldn't have accepted his invitation if
Yeah.
I didn't trust his spirit.
Sure.
Are you understanding what I'm saying? Yeah, and I got to know him through him.
Sure.
Now, at least he knows who a real prophet is and
Of
who a
course.
false prophet is.
Yeah.
So if he's saying, "This is my spiritual father," then okay, there must be integrity there.
Of course.
Integrity is the word. Okay, and I was there yesterday. I had a good time.
But the temple, no, yeah, sorry, old one.
Yeah, we were
You
at
saw the building, the
Yes,
new
I saw
church?
the new 40,000 seater.
Huge.
Yeah, it's big.
So big.
I enjoyed it yesterday. He was interpreting for me.
Mushe TV, no,
So
this is-
me ka ochimo no aka bro. Me ka bro for no aka chi. Any I heard your him.
Oh my God.
This is so for preaching. Oh now to me preaching, but now I will preaching
What
myself now
preaching?
preaching. It's I know. Oh no, if you be no the American no. No call. Oh no preaching It's a bishop. I don't know Mongo.
Oh my God.
And you
no.
we still right to select. Left and right. But
Very lovely.
I enjoyed it. He's just a good people.
Of course, he has that wonderful persona. A very great persona and very humble. Obeda would say,
Absolutely. And
he's so great.
You understand people.
Yeah,
And that is the Spirit of God.
God.
When you have a lot of knowledge and a lot of aspects,
Yeah.
you admire how God operates through people. Because in Sinyina Nyepe,
Of course.
Kawa a co-wation, and you're in a co-wation. In Tinyami or Kawama Obiara. There's the kind of people for the thumb, there's the kind of people for the index finger. What you say? Kawa edition wedding finger, and you're in edition. So if these are human beings, then there is a different calling for all these kind of human beings based on their mindset. For the first time in my life, I heard phone calls from London. I heard phone calls from America. They say, "Hey,
They watched you live.
I say, how do they greet again?
Minyamia Kesi.
Minyamia Kesi. And one of the things you have to
Minyamia
understand
Kesi.
is when you go to Rome, you do what the Romans do. Paul said, "I've become all things to all men." Do you know what it means? In other words, medruha, to the Jew, I'm a Jew. To this person, I'm this person. Until you have to also understand this is the language. And it was a beautiful
I mean,
experience.
he's only one of the Ghanaians, charismatic church that has established branches across the world.
I never knew
He
that.
has branches across
I heard phone calls from all over, and it was beautiful.
Denmark, Holland,
It
America,
was
UK,
beautiful.
everywhere.
It was beautiful. So one thing I tell prophets is, you see, literacy, very important.
Yeah,
Literacy helps you to interpret things very well.
yeah.
God picks raw materials, but the raw materials doesn't stay raw.
Yeah.
It's got to equip itself.
No, I refine.
One of the major things is refining. What is refining? Education. So we see, say, 89% of prophets are not educated. And I think education is paramount because education also opens your eye to understand things better. Education is a spark that makes you see things better. Into upesoko global na wonte brofo. Obede no preach to a man sign. Are you understanding? So the calling would come. But who shall calling no what up school.
And I tell you how this
Prophet Kofi Asante, he learns, Papa. He learns.
I appreciated.
I tell you, he learns.
I mean, he travels to London and everything.
And
now.
preach.
Udru London. So I mean, many years ago they used to have interpreters, but it wouldn't take your ministry global.
Oh yeah, there. Or set them.
Yeah.
For books. Despite academic.
And there are teachers.
Yes.
There are online teachers. Yes. There are people that I mean,
so you are ministering from Eneko
to Sunday.
To Sunday. Wow. So we have today, we have Saturday and Sunday. Very wonderful experience. Where administration will come
Actually, I'm always with Reverend Victor. So he's one of my father's incredible man.
Yeah.
And today is the first time I'm coming outside Reverend Victor. So
and this is great. And that's why I'm so wow. It's not easy. Now, what down for no? Me papa. That's great. Yeah, they're ready. But I experienced it to say, House of Ezra.
Oh, and not the
easy. My apostle, just a few minutes now. You come on. The senior prophet apostle Kofi Asante Ennin, founder leader for House of Ezra. Papa, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Very nice. I'm going now here, dear. Is the chief interpreter? On our trouble for sorry, but you said no, I just say, Nyame Kesiwo. I see an experience to say. I mean, apart from one or so for Bakope Kumasi ha, Unkwanu will be a Nyamenamo so ordinary run outside of room. Experience to say, have an encounter with a great singer, also a singer.
I see. Material in cover 2012 it will be a manager on that.
Yeah.
Manager on that. The manager says, and I'm using your vital 5 so, and you think of myself that you get in the river. And Yami Bossy more at my dog. Years or so, a man of call from Jose, Baba Ezra. Yami one Yama be three of us.
Yeah.
Sir, at that 40,000 capacity, now there is a purpose.
Sure.
There is a purpose. And yes, sir, a ordinary church service and ever fail it dying. And Yami Bota and a dema saw 40,000 capacity now. I am.
The radio say free na kosi say be program minim say nyame nam so yen senkyere ne ahodo obi a onyamma ho de na ye beka kire no.
Oh, manager de beka ne say obi a wontimi ma obi a mamode because you see yenia osofo so ne badu ka say business ya say onyankopon ne botaye ne say obi a wontene nka na me tie see a say yes, will be free now. Sorry, Bawa, sorry. Omo Gufia, Omum Peso Bedina, maybe a dose of power. Jasama, okay, as you see, my father, Quebec, big Jana, sorry. So about sorry, man, which is very good.
Oh, by the way,
oh, yeah,
or conservation,
and you're the Obaboa. Nipa na wo ba agenda o dey ba no kro ba be pamu nipa but obi a nyame na mo so pa wonni nyame a o ba fa no so ba tra no sankofo no omo nye double agent
ba obetna
you and you and obi a nyame afa so agene repa owu nyame afa so agene no sankofo no omo nyankofo mo ekwa aba. Jasama, I saw for Sonnie Badu Canada pay a very good pass. You be sure say, you will be Yana, sorry, sir, Miss Yamaba. At the end, a common man buy. Or buy a baba for France. The Acati will be PR until me be said 20th any day on Sam and Romra in Yamu and the Pamano.
Over Yamisha, na was a pa, but you said, Premier, the veterans and Yedi and Hunkomo. Right, the last time I'm a bar, House of Ezra.
Okay.
Now, my testimony said some years ago, when ulmanya encounter na oba woka ugu munsuo be 3 times ansana oba bedua upia nanso after years the following year or two erade namos enam papa engosra ne nadom so you now have cars, not just a car. It's a testimony say nyame no obi nya encounter erade fa no so ye ni ye and you forever remain loyal and committed minimum wa erade namos so de boa the house of Ezra. I mean, shout. So, my brother Sonnie Badu, Doctor, yeah, wrap up the discussion.
I'm enjoying it.
I need to wrap up. My time is up because of the delay. But I've you are one of the few. I love ministers who has the gift of song. Your gift and your operation is different. I saw you also operating in the prophetic ministry too. So more or less, like you are blessed with, you are versatile. Almost everything and it going. What would you tell upcoming people, musicians, whatever, especially in Ghana, who want to aspire to be like Sonnie Badu? And what do they do to stay afloat for 30 years?
It's difficult to be like me.
Yeah.
Because I operate in all 5 forms. The apostolic, the pastoral, the prophetic, the teaching grace, and the preaching grace.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult.
Very.
But you can have an aspect of me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, it comes with a lot of discipline. Number 1, find a local church that you can grow in.
Yes.
And
find a local church.
And whoever you're growing under, whoever you're growing under has to have something that so you don't just find any local church, but whoever you're serving under, it is worth and it is benefiting your giftings. It is an environment good enough for your giftings to grow.
Okay.
Now, once you trust that pastor, he becomes your father, he becomes your mentor, he becomes your navigator. He tells you what to do. And then what is happening now is people are spiritual. A lot of people are spiritual orphans. They don't have fathers. Debbie. Obi Betuaka said, "This is my father." Minimum baby.
Yeah.
This is my father. No. Sons serve. I have sons who, when I'm in Ghana, they come to stay in my house with me
and serve you.
To serve. Impartation is not when we're in church. Impartation is when we are home. When I'm quiet.
When you see me.
No, I can't send back. Now they are so ubutum. That is real impartation. Real impartation, yet the air was really no. Obi opesa onya achedie no. And yet the ordinary protocol said my by your ministry. The osumo behind the scene. And no impartation.
It was Elijah, so let me bet no who say me kwa. So as you stay along with me.
And yes, so be who the keke. And now who stay along so untimi we are there. Untimi diatro. Esa geazi ebeke so.
My brother, may the Lord be with you.
Amen.
It's been a wonderful having you in my studio.
Thank you.
I would love to see you again, probably next time.
Thank you.
Vital O2, Nyamishra.
5.
Vital 05.
I'll reduce you a
05. Senior Vital 05. Nyamishra Bupam. And then so, when you experience the church program at Ekoso, our House of Ezra, Asramaso, anywhere, Yatun Safro, Sonnie Badu. Be kwesiada nti don't wait bra na erade mfa ne so ene d4 na munya nhira. My brother, thank you very much.
I appreciate
it. May add my business so share.
For
edaya ho na a few minutes marco about the trauma so but yemfa ya.
Please help me to welcome Minister Joe Matto.